Can you elaborate on tweaking the idea a bit, like how your business model changed and things like
Yeah, so initially our idea was like, in a general term, peer-to-peer car rentals, car sharing actually, car sharing. So something similar to Car2Go, with a difference of like us not having our own fleet of cars, rather than using like actually Airbnb for cars. So I have a car, and if I go to work I don't use it for 8 hours, so I make it available for sharing. And for example, another guy can come, take it for 2 hours, something like that, and then return it back to me. So this idea actually was like very good, because it took advantage of like every incident and every day. But we realized that there were some problems with the peak times. So the big problem was that if the owner of the car needs the car in specific times, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, when he goes or she and comes back from work. At the same time, the people the renters, the people that want to rent and share a car, they want the car available the same moments. So the demand and the offer is going to be in different times. So that was going to cause a problem. So we decided that in order to tackle this problem, we want to attract people that want to make their car available while they're not using it at all. So when they're on vacation or they're going somewhere, like a business trip or whatever. This time, at this moment, they don't need their car. So we decided to attack like a specific market, that is airport rental. This also solves another problem we had, that is the exchange of keys. If you work like in general in the city, all around the city, then you need to get the car owner and the car renter to meet in order to exchange keys. That's one option, and the other option would be to retrofit a device in the car so that remotely you can unlock and lock it. That's costly, and owners wouldn't like to retrofit a device in their car. Also, they wouldn't like to meet with each other. So we realized that by just being in airports where people come and go, so airports work like hubs, we can avoid all the problems. And that's actually the main thing that we picked the idea to.
How did you get access to all this data about customer habits? What kind of market research did you do?
So apart from the general Google search that you do in such cases, we did two other things. We got in touch with some professionals in the market. More specifically, the main help we got was from a car broker a company. So it's like a company that it's like Skyscanner for cars. So you search all car rental companies, and you get like the cheaper prices or whatever. So this guy had a lot of data to give us, and he was very polite to provide it with us, to share it with us. So we knew like which airports were had the best traffic and which time of the year, the average prices and stuff like that, in order to have an understanding of what's happening around Europe. And at the same time, we did some field interviews. We went to the airport of Tallinn and an airport in Greece, the airport of Thessaloniki, to do some field research about how people think about the idea of sharing their car, and also at the same time to reach much more customers. We did also an online survey through Facebook that we spread among like 400 people, and we got some insights about people from all around Europe. That mainly we did that in order to identify first the age group that we need to attack, but also like which country makes more sense as like the people are more ready to accept such service.
So what stage is the company at now?
Yeah, so right now we have founded a company in Portugal, and actually it was a very nice circumstance that like some years ago Portugal changed the law that you can you can found a startup with like minimum amount of initial capital, something that in Sweden right now is like you need 5,000 krona to do that. That's it's like a factor that discourages you from starting your own thing when you're a student. But in Portugal it's not like that. We also have some teammates from Portugal, so it makes sense to be there. And we have like done some minimum viable experiment, MVE, and we did also after that. It had some success, and we did an MVP with like a WordPress platform and like some Facebook groups that we used in order to get some people interested in the idea and to see if we can handle it and if we can make it work. It was a success, and right now we are planning to actually go like full power towards pursuing that, and we're looking also for funding in order to be able to do like marketing in a much better way than we are doing now. That's like through Facebook ads and like word to mouth, advertisement.
So, what exactly are your future goals to like expand more in Portugal and?
Yeah, the idea is the Portuguese market is not small, but it's not big either. So we would like to attack the Spanish market as well. That's nearby, and we think that the mentality of the people is pretty much similar. So we think that we can also attack like the airport of Barcelona, El Prat, and Barajas in Madrid. So that's the main goal. But the future, the long-term plan would be to transform from a company that only operates in airports to a company that operates all around the city. That's the long-term plan. It has some problems, but those problems are mostly when you the ones that I described before. But those problems are mostly when you're like a startup and you don't have resources and stuff. If you are like a company that's like well structured and has some resources, then we think that it's going to be easier to tackle like a bigger market than this of car rental, peer-to-peer car rental throughout all the city.
Was it hard to get started after the summer school, or you got help? And
yeah, actually, it was very hard. We were like demotivated. It's like sinus, like a wave. So we were motivated a lot, and then people were demotivating us, motivating and demotivating all the time. Because people, they always say that they like your idea, but then when you ask for help, they are like not so willing to do that. Then you have to knock on like so many doors in order to find someone that actually will give some of his or her time to help your contacts and stuff like that. We applied to many incubators. Some of them just didn't work with us. We like tried for partnerships. For example, we tried to establish some partnerships here in Sweden, in Stockholm, with Swedavia. It's like the company that handles all the like the parking and all the stuff in airports, and they weren't willing to answer our calls or emails. So we were demotivated by that. Also, insurance companies. That was like because we have to work a lot with insurance companies in order to provide a service that the users are gonna trust. It's a vital part of the service. But the insurance companies, most of them, like don't really enjoy working with startups. So they were expecting, but what is your product? And we were saying, we just have an MVE right now, and we are like pre-MVP. So they were not so willing to cooperate with us, and it was like it was hard to find some like small company that helped us in Portugal. So yeah.
Do you have any advice for future entrepreneurs based on that experience?
Yeah, I think that it's very important, like two things that are contradictory actually between them, to never give up. You must, it's gonna be demotivating a lot. Like many people were gonna demotivate you, and like circumstances are gonna demotivate you. So if you really believe in the idea, I think that you should pursue it no matter what. At the same time, we have been told, and I really agree with that too, that at a certain point you must know when to, as they say, kill the puppy. So at a certain point your idea probably doesn't work, and you must realize this early enough so that you just change it or like just drop it. So I think those two things that I said are contradictory, but at the same time they both make sense, and we just need, like all of us, to find the balance on where and what and how.
Did you make any bad decisions during the process or something you regret?
Let me think. Actually, one of the worst decisions, it was not so much of a decision, it was mostly about non-decision. So we spent like a couple of months, I think it was 2.5 months, like discussing and like tweaking the idea, and then maybe, okay, let's think about a bit more about another possible country that we can penetrate. And so what we were actually doing is talking and not acting, and by that we lost like around 3 months. So yeah, talking is nice, discussing and thinking is nice, but the most important part, I think, is acting. If you don't like try to do something and fail, you're not gonna be able to move forward. So yeah, if I was to do it all over again, I would just start moving, like actually moving from first moment.
So would you embark on this journey again if you know what would happen?
Ah, for sure, yeah. It was so before like doing that, before launching that company, I was not like a startup guy that had like this dream or so, to founding my own company, but it's so exciting. It's really so exciting to work for yourself, to do whatever you want and not what like the teacher tells you in a project or like the hiring class in the company tells you to do. You are the boss of yourself. You can do whatever you want, how you want it, and you control everything. And I would do it like a million times again if I was to live that moment again, yeah, for sure.
Thank you. I think that's a good conclusion to sum up our interview, and thank you for being available for us.
Thank you very much.